Alright, ladies and gentlemen, Baron here. Let's check out the matchmaking. It's not too bad. There's a Nagato over there. He a little scary. Oh, he's scary. I think they have a distinct battleship advantage. And I've got a distinct, holy crap, my turrets are slow as tits, mates. Yeah, pretty slow. Pretty slow. Look at this, 72-second traverse time. But yeah, we're going to be taking out Her Majesty's Service Warspite. A very awesome looking ship. Short and a little fat, but you know what? She ain't bad. She'll do the job. And pretty good, decent guns. The range on them is not good, and there's a whole lot of rumor circulating about, you know, shit like... ship. I did not say shit. I said ship, not scheisse. But it's a scheisse, right? Yeah, so there's all this rumor about, oh, well, maybe they're going to decrease the range on battleships so that there's more, you know, there's talk about like, oh, we want them to play more like battleships. They want to stick closer to cruisers, get closer in and slug it out. And I feel like if you were going to go down that route, like decreasing the range, you would have to increase fire rate. And I don't think that's something that they'd look into, or I don't think they're really interested in doing it, because it kind of takes away that whole rock, paper, scissors, dynamite, because there's aircraft carriers, so it's not just rock, paper, scissors between destroyers, cruisers, and battleships. So there's two Clevelands, but yeah, so if we had all the battleships had less range, then there would be the issue of cruisers just being the superior class, given their ability to just pump out DPM, damage per minute. Just the rate of fire on those things is incredibly impressive. So I'm thinking that at firing at ships at distance, I'm wondering if I should use HE, but my first salvo I'm going to use HE just for, you know, see what happens. Hope to light one of these Clevelands on fire maybe, and then I'm going to be interested in switching over to armor-piercing rounds. But there was a lot of stuff, there was a little stream, and Fly Dailies put up a video on American battleships. If you haven't checked it out, I think you should. It's pretty cool that he got that, put it up there. And there's some discussion about the American battleships, and it shows all the tiers, and I don't want to ruin anything, you know, but one of the things that I remembered, or, you know, was rather, you know, it impressed itself on me a lot, was that American battleships, they're very maneuverable, but at the cost is that they're not as good at dealing with torpedoes as Japanese battleships are. And I found that pretty interesting. So like there's going to be, obviously just with like tanks and other things, you're going to have certain national advantages play into it to play us out. What does that even mean? Oh man, that Cleveland's gonna be dead before I can get to him. Looks like he's burning up too. He's either burning up or torpedoing up. But that other Cleveland's trying to run. I'm still not able to fire at it. There's some smoke right there. Is there a destroyer? I think those are our destroyers who did it. These two guys right here, I think are working pretty well together. Torpedoes in the water, who fired those? But alright, we're about ready to fire on this Cleveland with some HE rounds, then we'll immediately switch to AP. And I don't think I'm going to launch my scout plane yet. I don't think I need to. Let's see if we can't knock this guy out, knock him out the box loop. Alright, all the salvos are out, switching to AP. Are there any hits? Oh, those two were good. We set him on fire, perfect. So he'll start burning up. We're going to slow down to about half right now. And the friendly Cleveland has the opportunity to finish this guy off before I even am able to fire a second salvo. Like that. That's the thing about battleships.
The enemy team is taking the lead.
You really have to be very accurate, I think, to do well in battleships, because you're firing at range, and that's your biggest advantage. Other than your armor and your big guns, is being able to outrange the enemy. So I've got 2 hits in this game so far. Part of it has to do with where I've chosen to go. We're actually gonna sail towards the middle here. We're gonna use our rudder shift time, which is pretty good. There's no reason I think, for me to go that way. And I'm going to need to start rotating my turrets around this way, I believe. Or, no, actually maybe not. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to swing out hard to starboard right when I clear this island. But this baby, she's a little slower than what is it? Fuso, which is an amazing battleship. I love me some Fuso. The Japanese battleships are great. I'm really excited for American battleships. The North Carolina class is one I'm pretty interested in. As far as British ships, HMS Nelson, because it's so crazy. But there's some interesting designs on the American battleships too, especially in like what, tier 3 through 5 and 6-ish. And when they upgrade, you just have to check it out. There's like this lattice, which is like, oh man, it's difficult to describe. It's like this mesh of like steel, where like, you know, all the communications equipment and stuff like that is. Alright, so we got an Aoba running away, we've got some smoke screens here, and we've got this Warspite, and he's probably gonna be dead before we even get to him. But yeah, American battleships, they're gonna be great. Look at this. Cruisers, man. Boom. That guy's gonna be dead. A5M0, who got that? One of those guys. A5M. Where are you? Am I being silly right now? Or maybe that was the guy who died? Okay, that was the guy who died. I looked at the wrong one. I derped. I herped, and then I done derped. So there's a giant battle going on over there. I seem to have taken the safer route. We're gonna march ourselves into the objective. Hopefully this Aoba turns around. And we're gonna kill him. That's what we're gonna do. But I tell you what, I like the Warspite. It's not my first choice of battleships, but it's my first choice of British ship in the game right now. I'll tell you that much. Hey-oh. And people are dying. We've got the distinct advantage. Well, actually, one ship advantage right now. They've got an advantage in points. Interestingly enough, we've lost 2 battleships. They've also lost 2 battleships. We've lost our 2 destroyers. That sucks. It ain't good. I'll tell you that much. Alright, so we've got a destroyer sneaking in, a Mutsuki. Not being able to fire. But we do have a scout plane to still use. I think I'm going to use it soon. But that guy, the Aoba, just launched his. Aha! There we go. Let's get a salvo off on this guy. So this one is kind of like, almost like playing a tank destroyer. You're going to rotate your whole ship to move them effectively. Let's see. Oh man, he just did hard turn right there. So those, I don't think any of those are gonna hit at all. Watch it be like, oh, you magazined him, he is dead. That would be great. I'd love it. I'd look like a damn genius. Look how good his shots were. But we have pretty good secondaries. I think one of the big things to do with this is upgrade your secondaries, because the turret traverse is just so bad. Oh man, we're getting kind of close-ish. Nah. Oh baby. Oh baby. Right in front of him. What a tease. Wow. He's about dead. I wish he was a little closer because our secondaries would have wiped him out. And this Mogami, man, I really think cruisers are just some of the best ships. Like for my style of play. Is there anyone we can shoot at though? That would be fantastic. But yeah, so what do you think is going to be your favorite American battleship that's going to come out? Like Big Mighty Mo or the Iowa? Or like, are you kind of interested in those middle tiers where I think there's going to be a lot of fun? I've experienced in you know, my personal opinion on the matter is that in World of Tanks and War Thunder and stuff like that, I generally enjoy the middle tiers a lot more. Don't get me wrong, the top tiers are definitely fun. Let's see if we can get some shots on this guy. I think he might be almost at the edge of our range. Oh, yeah. Those will be short. But sometimes you just gotta fire to feel like you're doing something. Alright, here, boys. Let's turn in here and deal with the... I'll go one-on-one, Nagato. You don't think I will. Oh, here we go. They can all outrange me, and it's just absolutely scary. Okay, we got Nagato in play. He's looking... I think his turrets... Maybe the front two are looking at me? He's picking up speed now. But is he picking up enough speed? I don't think so. But we did get a nice critical. And then there's that Cleveland behind him. I think he's kind of just out of range. But it'd be worth it. Is it worth it? Let me work it. Flip, flip, flop it. And reverse it. Come on, babes. Alright, launching the scout plane. Incoming shells from the Fuso. We've taken our first hits. Look at that. We didn't finish off that Cleveland. We got one hit on that. We'll finish him off. If no one else does, we're gonna do it. We're gonna get ourselves a kills here, boy. I tell you what. That's unfortunate. I hope it works. Now it's time to brawl. Alright. Come on now. We didn't finish off the Cleveland? He's still alive? This is amazing. I need to be more accurate. Alright, so I think we're gonna get in close and brawl with this guy.
Our victory is in sight.
Whoa, that was weird. Here we go. Getting some hits in now. We're gonna brawl with the Nagato. You guys ready for this? Now, one thing that we can use to our advantage is our rudder shift time, which is impressive. Also, the fact that we're 2-on-1ing this guy and he's not looking at me, I'm fine with that. I do love that. Oh, it looks like his guns are turning though. Oh yes, a Citadel hit. I think this could be it, guys. Nope. Someone else is gonna finish him off, I think. He's got 600 health. He just got deaded. Alright, who's next? We've got a Nicholas. My secondaries are opening up on him. I'm gonna rudder hard. Should I even bother with this? I'm gonna rudder back now. Come on. Alright, how's this gonna work? Oh man, that's 3 torpedoes. Whoa, we just won right there. Things were just starting to pick up, boys and girls. The victory is ours, so we did manage 1 kill out of that. I mean, you gotta see the good and the bad of this bad boy. How did we do on damage? We still did pretty decent damage for how many times we fired. So what about 800 hit points right there for each HE hit? And then what about like 3,000? A little less, maybe 2,900 per AP shell. That kind of goes to show you where you should be putting your time. But we did damage. Our secondaries opened up. I feel like if there were assists, like that'd be kind of, I mean, you know, a little better system assist. I don't really know how the assist system works, right? But do I like it? Yeah, I like it. But I mean, let's take a look. It's kind of more of like a vloggy style discussion video. Gotta have those every now and then. I got some stuff that's coming up I'm really excited for. I just got an email about an opportunity in Germany that I'm really excited about. I want to see if I can't, like, hey, I realize this is kind of last minute that you brought me, but is there an opening? Because I got a friend I want you to bring. But if it works, it does. But anyway, I digress. So, the Warspite. But a lot of cool things are going to be happening, guys. So here's the Warspite. She's a bad girl. But yeah, her advantages are definitely... There's some, like, intrinsic advantages. Like, she's a little shorter. She's a smaller target in terms of length, right? So I think you kind of got to be a little more accurate. She's got good guns. She's got terrible turret traverse time. She's got pretty bad range relative to other battleships. But the rudder shift time and the fact that she can have longer range on her secondary batteries than the opposing Japanese battleships makes it kind of interesting. And if you can find that sweet spot when dealing with a Japanese battleship at close range, where you're just outside of their secondary range, but they're within your secondary range, and I like that. But yeah, so that's the Warspite. We'll take her out again and see how we do. But right now, I am enjoying her. At first, I was a little skeptical, but when you realize she's the only British ship you got, the only member of the Royal Navy in World of Warships at this point, and I believe that's definitely going to be the next fleet that's added, is the Royal Navy. A lot of people are very excited for the Royal Navy and the Kriegsmarine as well. I think the Soviet Navy is going to be interesting because they had some really good destroyers and cruisers, and as far as like how they're going to fill out their battleship and aircraft carrier line, that's going to be interesting to see. But anyway, ladies and gentlemen, thank y'all for watching.